What's up, y'all? I just want to stop by and give y'all this valuable piece of information that I learned from my mentor named Ty Lopez. He basically taught me the four pillars of life, which is health, wealth, love, and happiness. I'm gonna be explaining to you why. Number one, health is important. I learned that from Les Brown that without our health, we aren't even able to perform to the best of our ability without having good health. And just imagine this. Say for instance, if you do become the massively successful person that you're aiming towards or you're trying to become, if you do become that successful person, if you ain't healthy, you can't even enjoy it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And that reflects right back on what I learned from another mentor of mine. I believe it was Warren Buffett that said, but it basically went like this. It was like, this body that we have is the only vehicle that's going to carry us through this thing called life. So what we put into our body is going to determine how long we get to be able to enjoy this thing that we call life. So be very careful about what you put into your body. So that's number one, health, wealth. Health, then the next one, which is wealth. Wealth is so important. And I just want to clear the discrepancies in a sense. You know how when people be like, man, money don't make you happy, money don't make you happy. Let me tell you two pieces of information. One that I learned from Ty Lopez, and another one I learned from Steve Harvey. Ty Lopez basically said, he was like, and this is all practical information. I don't think I'm just giving y'all this shit just because I think I know what I'm talking about. No, I actually lived this. This is very practical stuff. But Ty Lopez said, he said, money doesn't make you happy, but not having money makes you unhappy. I'm going to say that again, just in case people be like, bro, what you talking about? Bro, money doesn't make you happy, but not having money makes you unhappy. Moral of the story, what I'm trying to say is all about balance. And also with the wealth aspect, you want to be able to have money not only for yourself, but for your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' grandkids in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So this is why wealth is so important. And another thing that I want to speak on was what I learned from Steve Harvey about the wealth situation. He said, money might not make you happy, but it'll park you right in front of happy door. So you could at least go in and see if you're going to be happy or not after you get you some money in your hand. You know what I'm saying? And also I learned from Lil Baby. He was like, every day my life go up and up. It's hard for me to get mad. So if y'all get y'all some money in y'all pocket, maybe y'all will stop wanting to, harm people and hurt people in a sense, which leads me to my next thing, which is love. Because the four pillars of life is health, wealth, love, and happiness. So love, the reason why I feel as if this one is so vitally important is simply because I feel like that's what we are put here for, to love one another and to provide one another with our gift. Because I really believe this, that God never created a soul without endowing it with a gift, which means everybody got a gift. So if I was to get hurt before getting my gift out to the world, that means the rest of the world is going to suffer. And it's the same way with y'all. If y'all get hurt or if something happen to y'all before y'all get y'all gift out to the world, then the rest of the world going to suffer. And I'd rather it not be like that. But who cares about my opinion in a sense? But that's what we should take into consideration. And also, I learned this from Les Brown as well. He learned this from an African proverb. This is why we should learn how to love one another. He said, if there's no enemy within, the enemy on the outside could do us no harm. So once we don't become an enemy of ourselves, people on the outside can't do us no harm. And the last one, which is health, wealth, love, and happiness. Happiness is so important simply because that'll automatically be there after you knock out those first three. So boom, you check this off the list. You check the health off the list. Health, check. Wealth, check. Love, check. Then the fourth one will automatically be there, which is happiness, because always remember, the brain only gets happy off of progress. Remember, I taught this in a few later of my episodes, but it basically says that stress simply comes from not knowing what to do, right? The easiest way you want to find out what to do is write a daily goal list down and knock it out, so you don't be stressed out no more, because stress simply comes from not knowing what to do. And the last thing I want to speak on is something that I learned from Ed Mylett. He said, if you don't have self-confidence, it simply comes from the promises that you've not kept, or the promises that you've made to yourself. And that's all I had to speak on today. And to end this video off, I just want to end it off with what I learned from a mentor of mine named Mark Cuban. And I spoke on this on my last video, but Mark Cuban basically said, if you don't love your product enough to always want to make it available to other people and let them know why it's great, then it's not a good product. And another thing that I wanted to leave with y'all too, I learned this from in Proverbs, and the Bible. It basically said, a relaxed attitude lengthens life. So if you want to really figure out how to have a much more relaxed attitude, and if you want to live longer, you should really check out Weirdo Board Game Volume 1. Like I said, it's literally therapy in the form of a board game. It'll enlighten your perspective on teaching you what you're capable of. I have to show y'all the possibilities and the benefits that come from playing this game, but I've got all great reviews, and I'm tweaking to play the game with somebody that don't feel as if the game is as great as I believe it is. So we could not necessarily have a debate, but just give it a chance and see. Because remember, we, not only myself, we eventually inspire reality directly on people's enlightenment. And also, I want to teach y'all the key hack of how I created this game. All right, number one. So boom. First, I had to fall in love with reading, right? Once I fell in love with reading, it opened my mind to more ideas. And by me doing that, it had me on some shit like, all right, boom. So you ever heard of that in the Bible when they be like, where there's a will, there's a way? That's what books did for me. Like, I don't ever go without simply because I know that it's a book. Within books there are ideas, and I'm one idea away from changing my life. Because what a lot of people don't know, you're literally one idea away from changing your life. This is the idea that's going to take care of me, my family, my team, and all my loved ones, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It took me damn near 8 years to come up with it, but in the process of it, I was creating books, and I was creating podcasts and videos and all other kind of stuff. But this is the idea that's going to be able to take care of me. And I was only able to develop this idea by constantly falling in love with reading. Because remember, food isn't the only thing that nourishes your soul. Words nourish your soul as well. And after you play Weirdo Board Game Volume 1, you probably end up coming up with some genius shit like this. Stay tuned. This KJ, word up.